My name is Rahul Soni and Program Director at TCS IN Direct Academy Channel. I will be your host for the session, A Day in the Life of a Journalist with Dr. Anurag Batra. Pen is mightier than the sword. Even today, the young generation is attracted to journalism. Every day, there are several events happening across the world, be it political, cultural, religious, educational, social, and natural events, etc. We come to know about these events sitting in our houses. How is it that possible? Through mass communication, providing information to a large crowd at the same time. But for this, someone must collect the information as well as present it. This is the main aim of journalism. Journalists investigate, collect, and present information. Journalists do this in newspapers and magazines, radio, and television broadcasts, and nowadays online as well through websites, blogs, podcasts, and other digital media platforms. Today, we will take you into the world of journalism and explore the challenges and rewards of this field. We will also talk about skills and qualifications required to start and flourish in the media industry. But first, it would be my pleasure to welcome our guest speaker today, Dr. Anurag Batra. Welcome, sir. It is an honor to
Thank you
have
so
you
much,
here.
Rahul. Thank you so much, Rahul. And I'm more an entrepreneur than a journalist. Of course, I bring out a journalistic product and I have no problems calling my journalist, but I'm an unusual journalist. I went to a business school, I went to an engineering college, and I started my first media company 20 years back, which was not a media company when I started. I wanted to build a Commerce One or Ariba for the media industry, a marketplace. So really, I'm an unusual journalist and I'm a content person.
Right. So, before beginning the show, let us know more about Dr. Batra. Dr. Anurag Batra is among leading influencers in India who is continually contributing to the Indian media and business landscape. Simply put, he is a serial entrepreneur, a media mogul, a journalist, an angel investor, an author, a TV show host, and an eternal optimist rolled into one. The first generation entrepreneur's acquisition of the iconic 4-decade-old business media brand, Business World, has seen him convert Business World's legacy from a single focused magazine to a multiplayer media platform, making it the most respected business publication with presence across several sectors that are defining and impacting the Indian business and economy. With credible, relevant, and timely content as its core competency, Business World has transformed to a media house that is addressing the needs of a new generation of Indian businessmen and industry captains. It achieves this through a host of interfaces from its digital presence, community building, and across sectors and on-ground initiatives. Dr. Batra is also credited with founding the trend-setting Exchange for Media Group, which through its multimedia presence is peerless in its domain. As the chairman and editor-in-chief of Exchange for Media Group, he continues to take this business to newer heights. An active industry member, Dr. Batra was appointed by the Government of India as the chairman of an industry committee. He is also the only alumnus of the prestigious Management Development Institute to be appointed by Government of India and AICTE on the MDI board, and also the chairman of MDI Alumni. As a mentor to many successful entrepreneurs, an author, and a TV host, Dr. Batra is persistently doing more to give back to the industry. I now invite again Dr. Batra to share with us his journey of becoming such a successful media mogul. So, sir, I want to know from you how you started your journey, your career, and how you are moving towards the successful destinations in your life.
No, Rahul, the trick to be successful is never to be believing that you're successful. You're as good as the mountain you climb. And in my case, genuinely, I have a long way to go. I have achieved very little, but I have genuinely a long way to go. I'm grateful to God for whatever God has given me in terms of learnings, opportunities, the kind of people that I've met, the kind of opportunities I've got. But really, I have a long way to go. I will not call myself successful still. I think I have a long way to go. But, I grew up in a very middle-class family in Old Gurgaon. My parents are academicians. My father was a professor of chemistry, became a principal of the government college. My mother was a school teacher, principal, and she was the SCRT. So I grew up in a very academic family. So academic success was very important. Diligence and sincerity and hard work very important. So I learned all those traits when I was young, and I told you why you introduced me as a journalist. I am a journalist, and I'm proud of being one. But I've taken a very unusual route to being a journalist. I went to an engineering school. I went to a business school, MDI. I was lucky enough to get into MDI, I'm from the first batch. Jokingly, I say I got in when the quality control was bad, but in some way that's true. Much lesser number of people would apply to MDI then than they do now. And then I worked for 4 years. I started Exchange for Media to actually build a marketplace for the media industry, a commerce one on Ariba for the media industry. We didn't succeed for 3.5 years, and we started content on the site, and that became the homepage of the media industry, advertising communication domain. And then we launched the Weekly Impact, then we launched Pitch, then we launched Reality Plus. So really, I've had an unusual journey, and almost 7 years back, I acquired Business World, and we've tried to build something special out of it. It's a journey we're still on. I think it'll be another 2-3 years before we can build what we really set out to do. So that's my journey. Sorry, somebody's remembering me. Clearly, you sneeze when somebody's blessing you, so I'm sure someone is blessing me.
Thank you, Dr. Batra. I am sure our audience will surely take a lot of learnings from your overall career and overall your journey. So next question is, tell us some more about how does a normal workday look like in a journalism?
See, again, you have to distinguish between kinds of journalism. A TV journalist day is very different than a journalist day in newspapers. And dare I say the lines are blurring. A website does video content, TV does video content. It also depends on what kind of journalist. You're a sports journalist, different. You're a healthcare journalist. The last 10 months have been very busy. If you're in a news channel, you're in 24/7 cycle. So really, I think, but to generalize, to be able to look at the, common things that it would be across, is to be able to first consume content, understand what's happening, keep in touch with contacts, keep in touch with sources, keep in touch with colleagues. If you're a junior middle-level resource, keep in touch with the editor. If you're the editor, you're keeping in touch with the senior colleagues. So really, in the morning, it's about consumption of content, benchmarking. Then you create content throughout the day through communication internally and externally. And I'll tell you, I run a business product. In Business World, it's the 40th year. While we are a fortnightly, but we have a daily digital product in businessworld.in. So the focus is to be able to bring out the daily digital product. Today, we do a lot of video content. So we've become like a TV channel, like an OTT. So we do lots of lives. So I end up doing 2-3 lives in a day. Today I did one. And then 6 to 7, I do a daily show on NewsX. It's a BW Business World NewsX on business, economy, and entrepreneurship. So I pretty much work from, let's say, 10 a.m., 9:30 a.m. Now it's becoming, with the winters going away earlier, more than from 9 to 9 I'm working. I take a 1 hour break for TV and about 30-minute break, once for lunch and once for dinner. And I'm at it. And really, it includes watching news TV, it includes watching business news TV, it includes reading newspapers, talking to colleagues. So it's a busy day, and content, needs to be pushed out into social media. Because I'm an entrepreneur, I also get involved on the overall business side, strategy, and in terms of managing cash flows. So also new projects, new ideas need engagement and, the ability to discern what should be done now and what should be done later. So pretty much I love what I do. So I end up working 12 to 14 hours a day, but never 10 hours a day, less than 10 hours a day. I can tell you in COVID times, I myself had COVID from 20th December to about 11 Jan. And I still worked in those hours. Of course, I would feel fatigued and I had back pain, but I was alone, so I continued to work and went about my day as usual, except that I'd sleep very early. I'd sleep by 8:39 then. I sleep by 11:30 these days. So really, I love what I do. I have a long list of things to accomplish. And, I have to work hard. I love what I do. But I also work hard because I have commitments, I have responsibilities, and I also have dreams.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Batra. So that's a nice combination. You started a journey as an entrepreneur, and now you are a media mogul. So next question is, you have been working as editor-in-chief for...
my team may have given these titles, media mogul, entrepreneur. Basically, I love something I do. I'm doing it.
Yes.
And, I own my business. So it gives me the freedom to take a direction, but it also brings huge amount of responsibility. And I'm a first generation entrepreneur. So that means, you got to create your own way, and God's been very kind. I've seen some tough times in the last few years, ups and downs, but I think I can feel that the future will be much better than the past and present. And the hard work that we've done the last few years will manifest into returns for me and my team in the next few months.
Right, sir. Right. So, rightly said. So, sir, next question is: you have been, sir, working as editor in chief for last many years now. So, but there must have been many roles that you must have performed at different junctions of your career. So, can you please throw some light on them, especially
Yeah,
for
I'll tell
someone?
you, after MDI, I got a job in IT services company called Mastech. I didn't join it. And then I joined Collier Janitor, a real estate services firm. I worked for a year there, and then I started working with Anuj Puri at Chesterton Meghraj, that later on became JLL. So, as first 2 years of my life, I worked in real estate in a services role, in a business role. Then, AMF Bowling was a client of mine. Deep Kalra was the MD, and he hired me in a job to run sales. I joined him. Then I joined HTA. So, I worked for about 4 years before I started Exchange for India. So primarily, as a kid, I was very interested in content. I read a lot. I write a lot. I read a lot of books. I'm very, very inquisitive. I'm very interested in what's happening around me. I watch a lot of content. I buy a lot of magazines, lots of books. So naturally, it's about building content and building a business model around it. So I've done, conceptualizing events, conceptualizing, and again in business world, I don't define my business as I'm not in the business of magazines. I'm the business of brand and content, brand business world, and content can be video form, text. Even the content at our events is our own content, That's also editorial content, that's face to face content. So, really, I'm in the business of content and a brand. So, to be able to come up with new communities in business world, we've launched 19 new communities. BWHotelier.com, which is India's #1 hospitality community. It's a B2B community. Then we have BW Wellbeing, we have BW Healthcare World, so on and so forth. So I've done content, I've done fundraising, I've done sales, I've done events, but I spend most of my time on content. That's where I spoke. So really, you have to create content for multi-platforms, for in various formats. That's what my time is, given mostly.
Yes, sir. So content is the king. Basically, what you have focused till now. If you have the right content, you will be at the right place. So,
I would say
next question.
right content, differentiated content, deep dive content, specialized content, and I would say distribution is very important. Social media is a distribution mechanism. Your own media, whether it's the magazine, whether it's the website, whether it's the social media handles, they're also a distribution mechanism.
So, sir, a special question for the students, basically, who are just starting their career in the field of journalism, or they want to come in journalism. So, how they should understand their career ladder in this field?
First of all, I want to tell them that journalism is a lot about just being on the screen. Second, it sounds very glamorous, looks very glamorous from outside. It is not that glamorous. So join a profession with the right knowledge of the profession. Do some internship before you decide to choose journalism as a career. Also, the future is about video. So you should be very comfortable with video content. Second, it is the era of super specialization, domain experts. So if I want to eat Gujarati food, I go to a Gujarati restaurant. If I want to eat sushi food, I go to a sushi bar. If I want to eat Thai food, so it's not that I go to just an Asian. So content is getting specialized. So you have to be video savvy, you have to have domain expertise, and you have to be able to put that together. At the end of the day, journalism is about storytelling. It's about being authentic. It is about being both sides, bringing both sides of the story. And journalism has become very shrill, especially in the news domain. So really, the future will belong to who can differentiate content. So for being a journalist, you have 5. One, you have to be passionate about content. Second, you have to have knowledge. Third, you have to have a point of view. A point of view only comes from reading, discussing, having a perspective, getting a perspective from others. Fourth is you have to be thick-skinned. Sometimes to get access to a subject may take a lot of effort. And fifth, you have the ability to be able to weave it like a necklace, storytelling. So really, these are the attributes, and content creation is at a premium. After content, how do you promote it, market it is also important.
Thanks a lot, sir, for answering this question. And you rightly said that promotion is also important apart from content creation. So next question is, journalism is surely a stressful job, considering frequent traveling, work on unsociable.
I'm sure you're referring to my loss of hair.
Pardon, sir?
I'm sure you're referring to my loss of hair.
No, sir, no, sir. So, sir, long hours and rightly you mentioned in starting that working hours and hours, day and night. So working under deadlines and the
So
stressful.
I think Rahul, every business, if you're passionate about it, you want to make a difference, you have to put in extra hours. So clearly, in every profession, whether you're a filmmaker, you're a chartered accountant, you're a doctor, a software developer, project manager in a software company, you have to put in that extra to be extraordinary. So if you love what you do and you do what you love, then you don't look at the watch. Of course, you have to make time for praying, for daily chores, for family, for being able to re-equip yourself for your health. For example, that's my very big focus. So, I don't think you should worry about working hard. There's a Scottish proverb, hard work never kills a man or a woman. Hard work only helps you achieve your dreams, and the harder you work, the luckier you get. And to young students and young professionals watching it, for anything to do well, you need to put that extra in it. And what I call, you have to have PhD when you start. It's called permanent head damage, but that's what I have, doctor. I have a PhD. But the PhD is passion, hunger, desire. You have to have passion. You have to love what you do. You have to have hunger for being successful, and you have to have a desire to be able to be the best in whatever you do. So, it cannot be a self-imposed, thinking. It has to come from inside because you're genuinely passionate about something.
Thanks a lot, sir, for explaining this, and I hope and I'm very much sure that people and viewers will get benefited by this. So, sir, next question. Generally, people ask that in media, what about the salaries? Is this a good career option? If we talk about
first of all, Rahul. First of all, every career is a good option. There is salaries depending on which company you apply, from 20,000 rupees in journalism to, I would say, in some organizations 60,000-70,000 rupees. So 2.5 lakhs to 10-12 lakhs per annum starting salaries, depending on where you apply, which college you want to, what are your personal skills. So from 2.4 lakhs to 10-12 lakhs at the entry level. I would say average salary at this entry level would be 3.6 lakhs, okay, in journalism. Of course, they're lower and higher, and of course, the last 12 months. But the business of content creation, more and more content is being created for social media, for various devices, for various screens. We may not be teenagers, but we are screenagers. So more and more content is being created for all screens. So, it is very bright, but you have to love what you do. I mean, you have to be in by choice, and you have to do the same thing ever and ever again. You can only do it if you have, a passion for excellence, a passion for creating something special. And dare I say, really Corona has shown us that what matters is we can do less, we can do more with less. Never say never. Question why we do. Purpose is very important. Question our beliefs. And last but not the least, there is a lot of positivity around. So journalism cannot be only about negative news. While we must put the government, show a mirror to the government and to the power to people, but we must also showcase the good work that the government or these powerful people do. Because journalism is not about just being negative. Yes, sometimes you have to take up causes and build pressure so that action happens. But there is a lot of positivity also which we must soak in. So really choose this profession because you're passionate about content creation, you're passionate about interactions with people, you're passionate about making an impact.
Right, sir. So that's a very big punchline. Never say never. So that is the big takeaway from this question. Sir, you talked about Corona pandemic. So after this, sir, how media industry is going on right now? What you feel about that? And
Rahul, media industry and every industry will become hybrid. I kept saying in Corona, we become a 3C economy, a collaborative economy, a contactless economy, and a compassionate economy. I would say from a 3C economy, we are moving to a hybrid economy where, this is a contactless interview that will stay, but a physical interview will also happen. So we are in every sector. So of course, you have to be deeply differentiated to survive. You have to do well, and very importantly, you have to have a brand that people trust, and the trust has to be manifested every day and earned every day and safeguarded every day. So really, Corona has made sure that we more and more consumption of content has happened. People are in their homes. People are using content to better themselves because there is more competition. People are using content to build new skills and new competencies. So rather than calling it a media business, you should call it a content business. I'm in the content tech business. I'm not in the business of media.
Yes, so the media persons can say they are the content creators and they are creating regularly. So, sir, if we talk about the new opportunities and scope of newspapers, basically, because we are moving towards digital movement, digital campaigns and all. So we are moving digitally. So what do you think about that? Newspapers.
See, first of all, there's a big myth that young people don't read physical. My 17-year-old daughter reads books, reads newspapers. Of course, we are habituated by habit to read books and newspapers. But, the obituary for newspapers were written 30 years back, also 20 years back, also 10 years back. But I would say that more and more other mediums, and newspapers have also defined themselves are not in the business of being paper. They're in the business of news. So look at New York Times, Washington Post, look at Times of India, look at Hindustan Times. So clearly it's how you define it. We're in the business of news. Tomorrow the consumption will happen through the site, through the app. And newspaper is one manifestation. The news website is another. So I think every media organization which is progressive is looking ahead and creating content for the millennials and people who consume it on their smart devices. So I think the media that will thrive is which will be 360 degree. It's not either or. I can't read a magazine on WhatsApp. It's very taxing. So I buy physical magazine and read it. So, it depends on who you are, and reading, sometimes consuming media products is it's a lean forward. It's like a very involved process. Whereas when you're on digital, it's very lean back, So really, I think big media products are able to create that connection with the readers, viewers, to be able to create a lean forward, very involved consumption. So that's what I would say. The future is bright. Radio business is no longer they're in the content business. Radio Mirchi has dropped radio from it. So all of us are in the content business. We are in the content and the viewers, audiences business. As long as we have content and we can get audiences, the format doesn't matter. We are form neutral, media agnostic. That's what I'd say. Okay.
So that's a very important point you highlighted. It depends
so
on the
person. Yeah, Rahul, yes, I'd request you to ask me your last question, and I got to go.
So I will take last two questions, yes, sir. Last two questions. So, sir, what are the common areas of specialization in journalism program, and how students should decide on which one to choose? What kind of degree or qualification is required for someone to enter in the field of journalism?
First of all, there is the Indian Institute of Mass Communication. There are at least 200 universities that have journalism courses. There's the Amity School of Communication. There are many journalism courses. First of all, you don't require a formal education in journalism to be in journalism. You have to have knowledge, passion, and skills. The ability to articulate, the ability to write, to comprehend, do storytelling. But within journalism, you can choose whether you want to be within the business of content. You'll have to create multi-purpose content, 360-degree content. So really, if you're an undergrad, you can do an undergrad course. You can do a postgrad course. So there are lots of options. You can choose them and survive and thrive.
Sir, any final advice to students on what students should keep in mind and follow while preparing?
Yes, students, I would say to young professionals and students that what matters are 5 things. Whatever you do in early part of your life will determine who you become. So life is a trade-off. या तो आप party कर लो या पढ़ लो या कुछ ऐसी hobby pursue करो which will help you in your career. So the time तो उतना ही है. Second is whatever you can dream, you can achieve it. So if you want to be something, if you work towards hard, you can achieve it. Third is I keep saying the harder you work, the luckier you get. Fourth is if you believe you are lucky, you get lucky. And last but not the least, I keep saying that at the end of the day, people who are centered, who are loved by their families, will do better because there are exceptions to the rule. But if you're centered, you do the right things, you will get wherever you want to. So stay in a game long enough. It takes a lot of time to excel at something. I mean, Tendulkar didn't become Tendulkar overnight. Dhoni didn't become. They played for many, many years. And don't be in any profession just for money or for fame. Be in that because you like doing it, because that's how you can do it day in, day out. And money, fame, impact is a byproduct. So go for excellence and impact. And it's one life, so choose wisely.
Thanks a lot, sir. So that's what was a big takeaways. So thank you, Dr. Batra. This has been a very engaging and insightful talk. I'm sure this will help young, bright minds out there to start a very prosperous career in journalism. To our viewers, I would like to say that journalism is a successful career choice and is incredibly satisfying. But how well you fit into the role depends on you. As Sir guided you and given the many takeaways, with the help of this, you can be a content creator rather than a media.
Look at Rahul Soni. Look at Rahul Soni. He's a content creator. Rahul, you're a journalist.
Yes.
Anybody who creates content and authentic, original content is a journalist, right? If you're in the news media, then you become a reporter. If you're in TV media, you become an anchor. So clearly, content creation is easy as long as you're passionate about it, you have knowledge, and you're willing to work on it.
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot, sir, for mentioning my name. I am still learning and I have learned.
Now learning is a lifelong process. The more you know, the less you know. The less you know, the more you want to know. So clearly, the more you know that you know very little. So, and a lot of times we know what we know, but a lot of times we don't know what we don't know. So there's a lot of unknowns. We don't even know what those unknowns are. So I think as we get wiser, we know that we know very little. And we need to know more. So that's the quest for knowledge.
Thanks a lot for giving us a valuable time. So thank you. Thanks a lot, sir.